everyone.
Mm.
Bami once again. Welcome to the KB Live Talk Pod, episode 2.
Okay.
And I'm here with my co-host, Korexx, and my very good friend, Sean, is
Mm.
here to join me today. So, Sean, you have to introduce yourself. I don't want to introduce you.
Hello.
I don't,
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Hello. My name is Sean.
Well, it's for me. It's funny how
Yeah, I'm Sean.
like people who aren't African, how you all introduce yourselves. You're like, oh hi, my name is Sean, and here we're like, oh my name is Akorede Ajayi. We have to say the full thing, and you're like, hey, my name is Sean, and that's just it. And
Uh,
okay, that's cool,
yeah,
bro.
one syllable. Yeah.
that's nice. So, how are you, Sean? How are you, Korexx? It's been a while. Not been a while. It's been like I'm talking about Sean. It's been a while. How have you been? No.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm doing good, I'm just working super hard on my business. So, I have a business. It's called More Connection Co. And we make a product that allows people to feel like they're able to look each other in the eyes on a video call. And I'm trying to get the message out there really for anyone in a long distance relationship because that's why I made it. Uh, and then also, just
Yeah, you look
people
good.
care about,
Yeah,
looking good on
you look
video
good
call and
yourself on video
connecting.
call.
So,
So, what kind?
I've just been working super hard on that, bro.
Yeah, thanks.
Hey, man,
Thank
thank you. You
you,
look good,
thank
bro.
you.
Yeah,
You guys both
we
look good.
try, we try,
You guys
we
are,
try.
the audio is perfect.
Yeah, thanks. It took a while.
You succeed.
No, no problem. Thank you for coming, for
Thank you
accepting the
for thank you for
invitation.
having me on the
Honestly,
podcast.
So
honestly, before we just go, I just want to say how
Of
impressed
course.
I am with like Sean's business model and the idea of it. Like it's a need, and he's feeling it. And it sounds very very small, like oh eye contact, but it's very very important. And
Thank you,
honestly,
man.
well done, my brother. That's amazing. Yeah.
mm,
100%. Thank you, bro. Yeah, I mean, I obviously completely agree. Like, yeah, it's such a eye contact is so important, and we're doing a lot of research with it, and with therapists as well. So, it's really, I really value,
True,
eye
true,
contact is
true,
super
yeah,
true,
important. You
true,
don't
true.
know that it's so
Facts.
important until you don't have it, really.
What
so
about you, Diggity? How are you doing?
yeah. I think the weather is kind of frustrating because I don't really like the cold. Honestly, it's that's the only thing I don't like the cold. But we're
Mm.
trying.
No.
But all in all, yeah, I'm 100% good. I'm fine.
Okay, okay.
Thanks for asking.
All right. I
Wait,
mean,
why is the mic on the cap? I don't. Wait, is that something content creators do? I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like the sound goes up and it goes like this. So I enjoy it
Huh?
like this.
Oh, oh. Yeah, it's good. It's
Thank
good.
you,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
thank you,
good. It's
thank you,
good.
Yeah.
thank you.
Can hear you
So
very
let's get into
clearly.
today's topic. Today's topic is the act of letting go.
Okay.
Letting go, doing away with things you don't want to, that I find irrelevant in
Mm.
your world. So
Mm.
I just want to set the tone so that Sean can have some things to say. Korexx can, you know, just so we can just ask questions as the time goes on. We can feel how you feel about it, Sean. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm.
So why do you think letting go is such a pivotal step in personal growth? Like, that's just my first question. You know, People say letting go, makes you move on from things. It's easy to be able to move on to other things. Given your
Mm.
personal experience, why do you think it's like a very important step in personal growth? Yeah, 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 I asked you, Sean. I do.
You want me to answer? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, letting go, bro. I mean, what a topic, I think why is letting go important for personal growth? I mean, it's if you're not able to let go of, you know, who you've been, how are you going to be who you want to be? How are you going to be who you really are meant to be? Like,
Mm.
you know, how
Mm,
are you going to move forward in your life if you continue to kind of replay these old patterns, you know, of behaviors, of ways of thinking, of things that you're doing? Um, you know, it's something that's really difficult. I think that there's like, it's one of those things where, I don't know, in my experience, it's like not a necessarily straight line, like straightforward kind of thing of, you know, this is the way to do it, and you know, this works, you know, that I'm, you
mm,
know, when I do this, I always let this go, you know, kind of thing. But I think it's important to find ways that work for you to let things go. So I guess maybe you know, back to you, actually both of you, you know, I have a question of what ways have you guys
mm.
found
Okay.
I think
work
Korexx should
well
answer
for
first.
you for letting things go?
I'll start by um going off with
Mm,
for me what letting go means to me. For me, letting go is something that is
mm,
something that is a path is a very it's an essential part of growth. Like you can't grow without letting go at all. I remember growing up as a kid, and this is something that we've all experienced. Like growing up as kids, you get to a certain age where some clothes don't fit anymore, where some shoes don't fit anymore, and regardless of whether it's your favorite shoe or your favorite T-shirt, you have to let it go because it doesn't serve you anymore. It doesn't fit you anymore, even if you like it. And that just
mm,
shows that you've grown, and you need to get new things. So for me, letting go is an essential part of life where we sort of ask ourselves questions about where we are and where we want to go. Like you said, it's about leaving the things that are not serving you anymore to become the person you want to be. So, for me, now back to your question, Sean, asking, in what ways have I learned, or what techniques have I learned to help me let things go? Uh, I would say it's like you said, it's different for different people. But recently, I've been doing some personal work, mental exercises, and I stumbled upon this concept called Wu Wei. Is that Wu Wei? Uh, Yes, I think something from
mm.
from from the Tao.
Is
It's
this
it's 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 a
Shaolin?
Taoist
Am I
something
thinking
from
of some?
it's Asian. I can't remember what it is. It's Wu Wei, and it's the art of just letting things be, letting things come
Mm.
and go, going with the flow. So for me, I've one technique I practice when it comes to letting go. Something that works for me is detachment.
Mm.
I remind myself that everything in life comes and goes. It's a process. I'm coming, I'm going, I'm moving through life, I'm moving through things, I'm moving through people. And the fact that I'm enjoying something or I'm enjoying someone right now is because this is the right time for me to enjoy it. And when it has when it has come to its own end, I should be able to appreciate the fact that I was able to enjoy it while it lasted, and just detach myself from it.
Oh.
So detachment is something that I'm actually
Hmm.
learning right now, and it has made letting go easier for me, knowing that I cannot control everything. I can, regardless of how much I want some things in my life. If it's time for it to go, you can't force it. So detachment is one way I've been able to do that. What about you, Diggity?
I just
Yeah.
want to like capture the whole hypothetical, like the story. Let's look at it like from this aspect now. Someone that takes drugs or smokes and drinks and decides to you know do away with such habits. I think in therapy they said the first step is the withdrawal stage where you try to crave for what you were you know into before,
Mm-hmm.
but you're still struggling to be able not to go back to certain things. You get what I'm saying? So for me, letting go means permanently just doing
Hmm.
away with things that don't really add value or people per se, either things, people, you know, events, activities that doesn't, create that intention for a fresh start for you, or things that can make you progress into the next, stage of where you want to be in life. Most people have very, very how will I put it, difficult time letting things go. Most especially their past experiences or their past, for relationship people,
Mhm.
past relationships, like and you see the same mistakes playing in this present relationship because they have
Yeah.
not yet unwind from what was once, a
Mm.
thing for them. So,
I want to ask a question. I want to ask a question. When we talk about letting go, and this is to both of you, do you think does one become more or less when you let go? Do you become more or do you become less when you let go of something?
it depends on what you're letting go of.
Hmm.
It can be more or less. First of all, less in the sense that, okay, if you're doing away with, if you're letting go of something good, let's say for example, um you met a beautiful girl, you're in a beautiful relationship, it's going great, she has good character, no red flags and all, and I don't know, one of you just decide to, up and leave, and for no reason, explanation. And in this day and age, I'm sorry to say this, but there's nothing better out there.
Well,
So everybody has.
that's your own personal opinion,
That's
though.
my own personal opinion. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So everybody has. Yeah.
Ah, Sean.
Mm,
Sean,
I'm of the same opinion there.
you have the same opinion, Sean. You see, I like my friend.
I'm of the same opinion there, my man.
So yeah. So what I'm saying is,
I don't know if I agree with that.
you let such person go, and the person has moved on to greater things. Then you now, all these, Nollywood movies, and you now find someone much more despicable, and you say that, oh wow, why did I let that person go? And it's kind of trying to relieve. So it depends on what you're letting go. If you're letting something bad go, definitely you become more. If you're letting something good go, I'm sorry, brother, but it's less. It's a loss for you, man.
Hmm.
So you just have to decide what you're letting go of.
What do you think, Sean?
Hmm. Such a good question. I don't know, I don't know if I have a great answer. I mean, I think when
Hmm.
you're letting
Hmm.
things go, you're making space for more. So, like,
Hmm.
it kind of depends what you do. Like, like if you're letting something go, and let's say, it's something good, it's something bad, or maybe you don't know if it's
Hmm.
good or bad. It's just making you feel a way that you don't want to feel at the moment. Um, like, if you don't take action in your life to do more and be more of who you are, then
Hmm. Hmm.
you'll,
Hmm.
obviously become less because you're not doing that. But also, if you're holding on to something and not letting it go and not creating that space for yourself to grow, which can feel really scary because, like, you're holding on to something that's familiar and you're like, I don't want to
Hmm.
let this go because, like, this is what I know. This is the only thing I know of this relationship with this girl or, you know, whatever. Um, then you don't give yourself the opportunity to see if you can see what you can be. So I think kind of like it's a difficult one to say whether you become more or less when you let go. but I think that regardless of
Uh,
what you become,
uh,
you find
you,
out
you said something.
what you
You
are
said something very
when you let
profound
go.
here, and I just want to
So I think
elucidate on
that's
that
why
a
it's
bit.
good.
You mentioned how letting go means you're creating space.
Mm,
You're creating space, and for a lot of people, when they hear "oh, letting go," that means
yes.
"oh, do away with." You're taking away from me, or I'm taking away something from myself. But I like the way you put it when you say it's creating space. Okay,
Yeah.
so now there's this space that I need in my life, and now I can either decide what to put in there or something else to just come there. Because one thing I know about life is there's really no vacuum. Even if you leave anything empty, something else will fill it,
Yeah.
something will
Yeah.
come and take its place. So it's about you being intentional about
Mm.
putting what you want to put in into that space. So I feel it's quite paradoxical because letting go is you being more and less at the same time, less of something that you don't want and more of the thing that you do want. So I think that's the way I see it.
Yeah, I think so. And then I just want to say, because you made me think about it, of like the way of seeing things as letting go, as like, something being taken from you, as opposed to,
Mm,
you creating a space in your life for something else. It's kind of like it has a lot to do with how you see
Mm.
things. It's kind of like, are you seeing things as like people are trying to take things from me? Or like are you, which is like kind of a
yeah.
reflection of like you maybe taking things from other people? Or are you seeing yourself as like a creator of what's happening? Like, are you like seeing yourself as like, I'm gonna create the space for
Mm,
something more to happen by taking the action of letting go? And it's like nothing, like it's like the same action, exact same things happening, but like just based on how you're looking at it, like the
yeah.
trajectory of what's
Yeah.
next
Yeah. Facts.
is
Facts. Yeah.
completely changed.
So
Oh, okay,
Diggity,
correct.
you want to say something?
No, I don't want. I thought. Okay, no, nothing. I
No,
don't want to lost.
go on, brother.
Oh, I can go on.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Like
Yeah, yeah.
I, I like Sean. Thank you for such a profound, you know, really insightful thing. Creating, I actually didn't think. I actually didn't think, of it from that angle. Like creating space for, other things to be able to develop in your mind and for you to be able
Hmm.
to move on to greater things. Yeah, that's actually very good take. But like I wanted to just know like what are the red flags that something is draining rather than fulfilling? You know, instead of just saying, okay, these are the things I want to let go, these are the things I want to let go, do away with. What are the red flags that, you find something draining rather than fulfilling? How do you know that something is actually fulfilling
Mm,
rather than it is draining?
mm.
And correct. So I would like you to answer that before I
So
go to Sean.
I think it was Albert Einstein that said insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a
Mm.
different result. So I believe when you want a certain change in your life, you want to get to a new destination, you need to change something about the way you operate. So for me, one marker to know that okay, it's time to let go of something is if the results are still the things that you do not want in your life. For
Mm.
example, you're like, okay, you want to start waking up early, you want to start waking up early to hit the gym, but you still end up binge watching Netflix till 12 a.m. or you still end up eating like late night meals and you wake up you end up waking up like 9 or 10 and you keep asking yourself, why don't I wake up early? Why don't I wake up early? It's because you're not sleeping early. You're not going to bed on time. You understand?
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I want to do this exact thing. This is so relevant to me right now.
See,
I can't even describe to
for
you,
for
like,
me,
bro,
for me,
like
that's
this is
what
literally
marker.
so relevant to what I'm
Once you
going
see
through.
that the results that you are having from a certain action is not what you want, you
Mm.
definitely need to let go of the action. You need to change it. You need to tweak it. If not, you're still going to get the same thing that you've always gotten. So I would say that's
Mm.
one marker for me when you're
Oh.
getting the same results.
So that's when you know that yes, it is draining.
Yeah. When no, not when it is draining. I'm saying when
No,
the
like
action.
I understand what you're saying. Like when you start getting the same result constantly and constantly too, you find out that yes, that activity you're doing is actually draining, and
Yes.
you just move on to the next one. No, yeah,
Yeah.
you should
Or
try
you
and
need
find
to
a
change it.
solution.
You
Yeah,
understand? You need to change it.
yeah, yeah. Change the technique.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Mm.
Sean, what about you, man?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree with that. It's so funny that you're talking about getting up and going to the gym. I was literally on the phone with my brother before this talking about that. So that's so funny. I don't know, like, if this will be very helpful, but to me, it feels like things that are draining and like are that you're like holding on to that are like that you're
Mm.
not letting go, kind of like have this like heavy energy to
I
them.
yeah.
Like, I don't know if that
When,
makes any sense, but like that's like what
no,
it
I just
feels
wanted to
like to
say
me.
like when something takes
And
away
then
from you,
yeah,
it feels like a
Mm,
burden.
yeah,
mm.
yeah,
Mm.
Yeah, but why is letting go so hard? Like,
yeah,
why do people find it
yeah,
difficult to just let go of something? Like, you know that this thing is not working out. You know that yes, it's actually affecting your life negatively. You know that yes, it is just stupid to be in this relationship. You know that yes, it is toxic to do this thing, but you just think, oh, I love him because he gives me so much money. I do not know why.
Okay, okay.
Why is it so fucking hard to let go?
Negative. I'm going to
it's so hard.
put in my own personal experience here. So for starters, I love playing video games. Yeah, I love playing video games, and in
Oh yeah,
recent
Sean too loves playing video games because I think the last time I beat him, like eight
in
zero
what
or
you play
something.
FIFA, Sean.
Oh,
Okay,
nice.
Rocket
No,
League.
I don't play FIFA very
Ah,
much though. I've been playing Rocket League a
okay.
lot though
So
lately,
for me,
if
I
you know
play
that
video
game.
games a lot, and I sometimes I play it so much that I don't go to bed on time, or I feel like I haven't been as productive as I should have because I've spent time playing video games. And I know that if I reduced or cut it off, I might get to do the things I really want to do. I might be more productive, or I create space, like Sean rightfully said, for
Yeah.
other things that I
Yeah.
really, really must or needed to do.
Yes.
So it's something that is habitual for me. It's a source of entertainment, something I enjoy. You understand? So it's like now you want me to give that up because of what? It's hard because I don't see the trade-off as being commensurate. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Like whatever I'm replacing this habit or this thing that I
Yeah,
enjoy
yeah.
with has to give me the same value, has to give me the same, or if not more.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of to your point, like what that makes me think of is like it's kind of like, and there's things like this too with I think everyone has this of like where there's something that you wanna that that you should do, and it's kind of like you want to let it go because you want to make space for more, and it's kind of this trade-off of
Versus
like
long term. Yeah.
short-term pleasure versus like
Yeah.
long-term
Yeah.
like delayed gratification. Like like 6 months later, if you woke up, like if you went to bed early, went to the gym, went to the sauna, started your work, in 6 months, maybe you'd like your product would be done, and you would
Mm,
have, your marketing, would be
mm,
going, and you'd have the business running more efficiently because you took all of these steps. But like right now, like, I
mm.
want to stay up and I want to watch, YouTube, and I want to like do something because, oh man, it's so hard. And it's such a difficult question because it's like, on the one, like, you see both perspectives. Like on the one hand, it's like, yeah, like,
Yeah,
I deserve this. Like I deserve this like break. Like, this is fun. Like this is good. And like, who am I to say, like, it's not like it should be always like work, work all the time. So there does need to be like a balance of like, things that you enjoy and like a long-term vision. But
yeah.
and it feels so unsatisfying to be like, oh yeah, like delayed
So the
gratification,
thing
like of
is,
course. But like we
the
all
thing
know
I
that's the
see for a lot of
answer.
people,
Like,
including myself, is
and it's
we we don't really see the reward in front. You can't really comprehend it. It's like, oh, someone is telling you that, oh, I want you to abstain from alcohol because it will make you feel better in the long run. And you're like, well, I don't see how that looks. I don't feel that right now. So
yeah,
what I feel right now is the initial gratification of drinking alcohol makes me feel good right now.
yeah,
And a lot of people are living off right now. I want to feel
hmm
good right now. I want what I want right now. So whatever habit we've been doing or whatever situation we're in is giving us some certain kind of comfort or some kind of enjoyment or some kind of it's giving us a sense of meaning for right now. So the fact that we can't comprehend the later, we can't comprehend the reward later is one reason why a lot of people
mm,
find it hard to let go of things.
No, I just think personally, it's just like the fear of judgment that paralyzes people when it comes to letting go. People don't want to be judged about their habits, their activities, the kind of people
mm,
they mingle with. Like before we started, we're talking about the elections,
Hmm.
like the inaugurations tomorrow, and like it's just people don't want to just be judged for things they like, like you know how would I put it
I want to
now?
understand that. Diggy. I don't get that. I don't get that point.
Okay, when I mean the fear of judgment,
Okay.
I remember, and we agreed with telling personal stories. So, you know, from a baby to when I was leaving secondary school, I was still sucking my thumb.
Mm,
Yeah. So, um, now some people
hmm
knew, some people didn't know, but I think like before I could let go of that habit, I always had this like back judgment, like behind me that okay, just this sense that people looked at me differently because of that habit that they knew. You understand what I'm saying? And it took
mm,
everything in me to be able to let go. Like I had to literally put my hand in my pocket every day, even when I sleepy, like just to do with this habit. So yeah,
wow,
fear of judgment actually paralyzes people most often than not. Um, take for example to
mm,
um have you watched the series Vampire Diaries?
yeah.
You watched Vampire Diaries? Yeah, you watched Vampire Diaries. Good.
Hmm.
When Elena
I haven't,
left
but I know
Stefan for
about it.
Damon, how was she looked at by all of her friends? Like,
Oh.
why you with this guy? Why with this bad guy? No, Stefan is your soulmate. They say, what the? No, I like this guy, even though is this villain or whatever you guys call him, but this is where I want to be. So people will judge you regardless of what you do. It's just your life.
Mm,
Hmm
Definitely, it's your choices that you know make or mar you. So why why would you want to jeopardize that
hmm
uh,
for being judged? So that's what I'm saying. Like the fear of judgment actually most often than not paralyzes people. Like people just don't want to be judged about something, especially in this age of social media and
mm,
you know and things getting viral quickly. You don't want to make any mistake
I
honestly.
also would like to add that one reason why I believe people find it hard to let things go is because we don't see an alternative. Most times they don't see a better alternative. For
Mm,
example, speaking to relationships now, a lot of people are in toxic relationships or relationships that don't serve them because they're like, what's out there for me? I don't, I've not seen
Hmm.
anyone who's better than this person I'm with that has shown interest in me.
mm-hmm,
I don't know what I would do without this person. I don't know who I am outside of this person. This is all I've known. So there's that comfort of so there's that comfort of, oh, this is
Yeah,
all
but
I've
that
known so far, and I don't know what's out there. I don't know if there's anything better than where I am right now. So it's just it's that thing of the devil you know is better than the angel you don't know. So a lot of people stay in that state. So I'll say that's one of the reasons why people are scared of letting go of things.
mm,
hmm I think I have something to add as well. So, like, I think, another thing, another reason that it makes me think of like why things are so difficult to let go is it feels like, we're kind of wired this way. Like, when we, like from a, neuroscience and like psychology perspective, like, the behaviors and thoughts that we do and
Yeah.
have really create neural pathways in our brain, like in a very tangible way. So, our brain is kind of like, oh, like the
It's
things that we've been
familiar.
doing, how, we're still safe. And, we've been doing them. And so, and
Mm,
we're safe doing them. And we know what feels good in this reality. So, because of that, like, I don't want to step out of what I've known
mm,
because what I know feels good.
mm,
And, or even if it doesn't feel good, it's what I know. So, uh, to your point of like, and then I really, it makes me think a lot about like the past of like, my past of like, I don't know who I am outside of this relationship, oh, brother, if you're thinking like that, like, and you're in a relationship,
find yourself.
it's time to be alone. It's 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 time to be alone. That's what's the time. That's the time. It's you telling you, everything is telling
bye.
you, I don't know who I
Yeah.
am outside of this. Okay, time to get to know me. Time to
Mm, mm,
understand who I am because I think I'm this other person. And you got to figure out what you like, what you don't like, what works for you, what doesn't work for you. Also, I think, this thing of like,
That's some BS.
like you won't find
You
someone
won't find somebody
better,
better.
or,
That's
this
BS.
person is so good. Like, it's kind of like, well, it's, yeah,
That's
it's
some
like there are, do you know how many people there are? There's so
yeah.
many. There,
yeah.
like there's unbelievable amounts of people out here. There's 7 billion of us. So it's like there's gonna be someone else. It's, it's inevitable. It's like, but if you have this mindset of like, there's nothing out there, oh, it's so
Yeah.
hard. Well, yeah, like it's gonna be hard and you're not gonna find someone. But if you have this mindset of like, well, there's a lot of people out there and I'm going to keep working on me and I love me.
Yeah.
So surely, I can see why, I'm lovable. There's other people out here like, and it's like, you know, it's like, you got to have a little faith here. Like we don't know
Yeah.
how things are going to go. So let's have faith that they'll be better.
Mm.
I mean, that's,
I like the point. I like the
what
point.
that, anyway.
What about
So
you, negative?
I just made my point. Like to me, it's just a fear of judgment. People don't really want to be judged, and I will emphasize on that point. People don't want to be judged, bro. In this day of social media, okay. I think before we came online, I was like on Facebook. I don't know why I'm on Facebook. I'm always on Facebook for the interesting or all this comedy stuff. And there was this program I was watching, and the guy wanted to break up with the girl. They've been in a relationship for 4 years, and he didn't know how to say it, and he said, "My mom doesn't like you," which is a lie. So I think the girl in her mind said, 4 years, really? So your mom didn't like me for 4 years, and we've been just wasted my time and stuff. So she went to make her findings, and she found out that the guy had another girlfriend 2 years ago. So she's been in a relationship for 4 years. He's opted out 2 years ago, and the guy is saying, "I can't do it. I love you, but I can't marry you. Why can't you marry me because of where you come from?" Oh, really? Really? Is it like that? Okay. So she goes home. She comes back the next day trying to beg the guy, "Please, I can't leave you. It's 4 years. It's 4 years." That's what she keeps saying. It's 4 years. She's not saying,
Huh.
"Okay, yeah,
Huh.
look, but what would people?" She said, "What would people say? It's 4 years." Like, and she started calling the guy's friends. They're saying that, really, and
Mm.
the
Mm.
phrase in
Yeah.
Nigeria, "our wife." Once they
Mm.
just tell you "our wife," Sean, in Nigeria, once they call you "our wife," just know that yes, everybody.
That's
Mhm.
a real, that's a really
Yeah,
solid point.
every of your friend knows that that's your girlfriend.
Yeah.
So when you guys end up and break up, and it's strange to everybody, and she couldn't let
Mhm.
go of it, and it's not started coming to threats.
Yeah.
Mm.
I will show you. I will make your life miserable for wasting my time for 4 years. It leads to
So
resentment
so
and every other thing.
it's also that thing of
Yeah.
the sunken cost of, oh, you invested 4 years into something,
Yeah, that's what
and
she kept
now
saying.
someone is
Four
telling
years,
you that,
4 years.
oh, let it go. Like, do you know how long I have
Yeah.
spent, like how much time my life I've given to this particular thing, and you want me to
Yeah.
let it go?
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's hard. It's hard. So these are some of the reasons why I believe it's hard. Honestly.
Yeah. Yeah. But if you
Hmm.
can successfully let
Mm,
something go and you feel lighter,
Yeah.
mm,
then
Yeah.
even if you don't like it, you know
mm.
that's the right
Mm.
thing to do.
I
Like,
wanna ask,
you know that's
I
the
was
right
like,
thing to do.
I'm throwing this open to the house. Um, in and I would like us to be very honest. What area of your life have you sort of struggled with letting things go? And what have you been, what have you let go recently?
Uh,
Okay, okay, okay.
yeah.
I can go. Something comes to mind right away. Well, okay. This is like, okay. Well, you know this already, but a while ago, I went through a really massive breakup where I was so in love with this girl,
Mm.
and I'll always love this girl. Okay. I'll always have such love for this girl. Bro,
It's all right. It's
this
all
is
right.
my
It's all
heart,
right.
bro. You're laughing at my heart
It's
right
two
now, bro.
years. 2 years,
It's
Sean.
all
You
right.
need
Two
to
It's all
you
right.
need
years.
to stop, bro. This is my heart and soul right here. Dude, let me tell you, I
Mm.
moved to the UK so I could be closer to this girl from from the US. We dated a long time. And you know, recently I actually I I was avoiding doing this. I was trying to not do this. I really didn't want to do this. I thought that I would be okay if I didn't do this because I don't follow her on social media. I don't, I don't I don't have any of her like the photos that we had. We were together 3.5 years. This was my longest relationship so far. But I was still having a lot of trouble and I still think about her a lot.
Huh.
That's
And I
progress, bro.
That's
recently
a
That's
huge
deleted her
step.
number from my
that's
phone.
very
That's
good,
a
bro.
huge
No, no,
step.
seriously, that's very good, bro.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And I'll tell you what,
Hmm.
bro,
Hmm.
I actually felt lighter. Like I actually felt lighter. I feel lighter, because I don't know, I hope again at some point we talk. I don't know though. To be honest, who knows with that girl if she's gonna ever reach out. But like I know that for
Hmm.
me, I kind of needed to do that. and
Hmm.
that was a
Congratulations,
big
brother.
deal, and that
Yeah, I'm
happened
you're
to
proud
ta-
me.
of you,
you're
Sean.
taking the step.
I'm proud of you, Sean. I'm proud of you, Sean.
What about you? What about you, Diggity?
Thank you, bro. Thanks,
Me,
man. Thanks.
what did I let go of recently? I think I'll have to go with Sean to, like, I think it was it last year. Yeah, last year. Um, also long distance relationship.
Women are dealing with you guys in the streets, so
No,
I
no, 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 not really. Like, it was off. Then we came back, and I think the first time it's ended. I was one that ended this because I recently moved to the UK, and it wasn't like looking at something that could be foreseeable, because I think she needed to do some stuff back at home. But we decided to come back again together, and how it is with African hopes and everything, and there was no possibility of that moving forward, and I just had to. We just had to, like, make the mutual decision to just end things, and it was hard at first. Honestly, it was really, really hard because
mm,
I think I just withdrew, and I don't want to say I entered depression. No, I
Hmm.
didn't, but I just withdrew a bit, like, and I think at the point my folks were scared because I was just all this by myself in the dark. They didn't reach out to anyone, and they were like, "Okay, what's going on? What's that? Is it because of this? Don't worry, you meet someone else. It's just, I was like, but it's just it is what it is. So definitely, but better. I've met someone new.
Hmm.
I'm in a better place, and looking forward for the future. That's just
mm,
it.
mm. I'll say for me,
That's just it. So you know, yeah, yeah. It's amazing when just let things
Amazing.
play out by itself instead of draining you internally and not being able to do anything. So yeah, for that we've moved on. We're in a better place. We are friends, which is better for everybody. Very good friends, in fact. So yeah,
can you hear me? Can you hear me?
yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, I would say one place in my life that I'm
Yeah.
currently working on letting go of things is my mindset. There are some limiting mindsets have that I've had, and I didn't know that they were actually limiting me. For example, one mindset I'm recently letting go of, because like we've already established, letting go of things is not easy. It's like a
Mm,
constant battle, and you have to be intentional about it. So it's the mindset of, oh, I can do everything by myself. I've realized that I'm the kind of person who likes to do everything. I come up with ideas, I come up with the ways to execute them myself, and I sort of don't want to inconvenience anybody. That's how I see it. And so I like end up burning myself out. I end up burning
mm,
myself out because I'm trying to do so many things at the same time, and I'm not even moving because I'm trying to be everything. So it's something I'm currently unlearning and letting go of the mindset of, oh,
Mm.
you have to be everything. No, let people help you. Reach out to people, speak, and allow people to help you. It's very, very important. So that's one mindset. And another mindset that recently someone said to me that I was like, oh my god, I've never really seen this like this. A friend of mine told me that, she said, see, in life there are people who work more than you and don't have half of what you have. And there's some people who are not working as much as you and have more than you. And it was that mindset of, oh, you need to work, 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 work. And as much as you work, that's how huge your reward would be. But I've realized that it's not really about that. Because yes, like she said, there's some people who are not working as hard as you, but yet they are making
Mm.
10x your results. So it's not by your own strength. It's not by doing all the work yourself. You just have to think about what is it that I can really put my energy towards that will yield the best for me. Not you trying to do everything, not you trying to overwork yourself because you think that's what's going to bring the big
Hmm.
bucks. So these are just some mindsets that have sort of limited me, and I'm recently letting go of
Mm,
because they're not serving me. They're not helping me to move to the next stage that I want to be in.
mm,
So I was
uh,
that's for me.
yeah. So finally, for the last question,
Amazing.
so how do you celebrate small wins of the journey of letting go? Like, that's the final question for the day
Okay.
because we have to wrap this up. So, how did you celebrate small wins on the journey of letting go?
Mm.
So, so Sean, you get first go at it. Yeah, our guest.
How do I celebrate small wins of on the journey of letting go? Um, you know, I don't know. I don't know. It's such a difficult one. I mean, I think that like letting go of something is in itself like
Mm.
you're kind of celebrating it with the new version of you that you're becoming. So when I think of like celebrating with like a small win, I think like, oh, like, like have do something nice, like, for yourself or something, or, have this little cheat meal or something. But I think that like a win, like celebrating a small win,
Mm.
it's
Mm.
just kind of this knowledge that like these small wins stack up kind of thing,
Mm,
and like they're going to result in like a big win kind of thing. Like if you take like, like this product that I've made, like this product like took 2 years to make. Like this product took so long. You have no idea like how many issues there have been like throughout and this journey of like making an actual product like
Mm.
that. I've never made a product before, like a new hardware product. So like there was a lot of letting go in that journey of like, I made a prototype and I thought it would be perfect. And then, wouldn't you know, it's fucking wrong. And there's something wrong with it. And I need to make another
Yeah.
version of it. And I have to let that one go because it's wrong. And I've got to make another version. And I think I've made probably 13 different versions, at least. I mean, of the same exact thing with slight changes.
mm,
And finally, now it's done. It's at the point where it's like, this is the version, this has everything I want. Yeah, I could spend more time crafting and
mm,
making it a certain way, but this works, this is done. And so like, when you're letting go of something
Mm.
that,
mm,
you've been
Mm.
working on for a long time, it doesn't feel like a win. it's like it's like, bro, like I spent a week building this and I've got to let it go because
Mm.
yeah.
the measurements aren't correct. Like this doesn't feel like a win. But like when you have the final product, it's like this is a win. Like this, all of this letting go
Mm.
has let me, and continuing to make space for building more has led to this now, win of the product is done that
Mm.
Yeah.
can lead to more wins, of like helping people with this product. So I think it's just like you celebrate the small wins of letting go, perhaps with, the
Mm.
feeling
Mm.
of where you're at
Mm.
Yeah.
after letting things go being a better feeling,
Well,
being a
honestly,
better place.
it
I don't know.
resonates with me
What
like
do you
mad.
think? Does that resonate
Honestly,
at
like
all?
you said really really profound things here, and
Mm,
I'm grateful for the way you put it. Honestly, it's beautifully put. I feel like letting go, the process of letting go of anything is
mm,
hard, and it naturally never feels like a win. it never feels like, oh, you're letting go, or you're throwing away something that, or you're doing something that, oh my god, I want to go and celebrate immediately. I feel the reward, it's the reward for me is, who am I becoming? Who am I becoming? And the idea of, I'm becoming a better version of myself because I'm letting these things go. I'm becoming a better version of myself because I'm creating space for the things I really want in my life. I'm becoming that better version. So for me, I keep the idea and the image of the person I know I want to be in my mind, and I'm happy. The excitement and the celebration comes from within, knowing that I'm taking steps to being that person when I let some certain things go, or when I
Mm,
let some certain people go. The fact that I know that, oh, I'm moving into a better version of myself, I'm growing. That the awareness of the fact that I'm growing is the celebration for me. And I would say the reward for me is also that, is also a bit of confidence. I feel more confident about how I'm moving in my life. I know I'm the kind of person who can let go of things that do not serve him anymore,
Mm,
who's not a
mm,
slave to things that have been sort of maybe pleasurable to him in the past, but are not working for him, or are not helping him to move forward. So
mm.
it's that knowing, that awareness, and the confidence it gives me, that I would say is the win and celebration for me when it comes to letting go of things.
Yeah, thank you. So that's it for today. That's it. Sean, I would like to
mm.
appreciate you honestly for taking time. I have a busy schedule, come. Yeah, 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 definitely. I'm sure definitely
Please,
would like
thank you
to
for
have you
having me.
sometime.
It was a
Yeah,
pleasure.
yeah.
We need to catch up. We need to catch up actually.
He's
So it's,
I
Yeah,
must
we should
say
all
this.
catch up. Let's all hang out. Let's all get a coffee or
I
something.
love your
Let's
energy,
go get
Sean.
food.
I love it. You you seem like a ball of light.
Thank you.
It's like a ball of
Likewise.
light. You're a very interesting person, and
yeah, definitely. Yeah,
it makes sense to me that you're friends with Digitive. I call him Digitive. Iribab, I call him Digitive. It makes sense that you're friends because I feel your
Mm,
energy just by talking with you, and it's positive. It's good. It's a good feeling, and I'm grateful for this
yeah.
conversation. It's a pleasure to meet you, Sean. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, I think we became friends on the first conversation we had,
great.
and like
Yes,
funny
likewise.
enough, I went to see
Absolutely.
a friend, and he was staying in the same building, so we were just like
Mm,
in the common room, and we're just having conversations, and boom,
Mm, mm.
we just got acquainted. So yeah, Sean is actually a very very wonderful person,
yeah.
and yeah. So it's lovely to have him on board, and
Thanks, guys.
definitely would like to invite you sometimes. So I'll just leave with this wonderful motivational quotes and mantra. Sometimes holding on does more damage than let it go. Why
Yeah,
not just let go and
yeah.
move on? Like
Yeah.
Sean said, create space in your mind, in your heart, in your life
Create
to be able
space.
to,
Mm,
yeah, to be able to move on to better
Space.
things. And with that, thank you guys for watching. We'd like you to subscribe to our page and share. Thank you
All
so
right.
much. Bye.
Good night, guys.